All right, Karen, thanks for agreeing to do this
Oh,
with
no
me.
problem.
So, I want to start out by asking you, like, I know what you do during the day at work, obviously,
Mhm.
because we're at work together. But what do you do, like, when you go home or in your free time?
So the majority of my free time is spent on what we call a little cottage farm.
Mm-hmm.
We have multiple animals right now, pigs and chickens. Um, at other points, we will have turkeys and cows, and so we
Mm-hmm.
do a variety of things. So mostly, um, that's pretty time consuming. It's pretty hard work. Right now, we're in the middle of collecting sap and boiling down for
Oh,
syrup.
wow. And you
So
do syrup.
very, very, very small. Everything is in small, like enough for us and
Uh-huh.
friends and family kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, we both have to work then, to fill that
So,
off.
wow. Okay. So you do the farm work, which
Mhm.
is really hard, and then you do your job.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So the farm work is nice though because it's hard work, but it's very tangible, concrete rewards.
Mm,
And because my job is so kind of gray and abstract in many
right.
ways, it's super nice to have that like counterpoint of
Like,
like,
I can see my
yes,
accomplishment.
there's
Yeah.
progress here. There's,
Mhm.
I have done something. I have cared for something. You
Right.
know,
Wow. So it's like it's
yeah,
its own reward for your hard
yes,
work, and you can
yes,
see it
and
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 look at it.
and immediate. Like,
Ooh.
wait, I mean, not immediate, but
Uh-huh.
way faster
Yeah.
than
So that's
sometimes like a therapeutic setting.
so that's really motivating for you
Yes,
then to
yeah,
be able to work hard and like see the
yeah.
result.
And it gets
Yeah.
me outside, and I love outdoors.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
any
Yeah.
anything I can do outside.
Cool. Yeah. So do you feel like are you good at it?
Um, yeah, yes, I don't know if I'm good at it.
Hmm.
I mean, it's imperfect science, so to speak, that
Okay.
that takes some art. Um,
Hmm.
so it's never. You're always learning.
Okay.
Stuff goes wrong sometimes.
Hmm.
um, but for the most part, I think what we do well is we prepare as much as we can,
Hmm.
and then
You do a lot of studying,
we're
kind
able
of.
to adjust.
Yeah.
I'm more of a visceral kind of animal husbandry kind of person, but my husband is far more of the researcher, so I will say he definitely does a lot more research
All
where
right.
I
So
I have a certain tolerance to it, but then I'm like, we gotta just do it.
you're like the
Yeah.
experimenter. And,
I'm like,
yeah.
let's do it, we'll figure it out. So
Okay.
I think we've done pretty well. Uh, and we definitely enjoy it, and again, we're keeping it real small scale, so and
Yeah.
it's not necessarily our sole livelihood, so I
Okay.
think that makes it feel very different. I've
Hmm.
always said that about even like gardening. People who like farmers who grow crops for their livelihood, it's a very different feel. I love going out to the garden. If I lose a plant or if I don't get so, like, no
Yeah.
big deal,
Right. Right.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I mean, I'm bummed, but like it's not devastating.
Hmm.
I think that makes it a very different feel.
Yeah. So it sounds like you like to learn and
Yeah.
experiment and problem solve.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that part. I
And
like
your
yeah.
job like gives you the ability to kind of do that
Yes.
and have fun with
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Very much.
Cool. All right. So we have like 25 minutes.
Okay.
So how can I be helpful to you in 25 minutes?
25 minutes or less.
Yeah.
So I guess the biggest thing, and I'm um it's more professional on the
Hmm.
human service side. Um but I guess the primary thing that I'm feeling torn professionally, and I guess that's what I'm struggling with. So, obviously, I do this
Hmm.
20 hours, but my other gig is 10 hours
Yep.
as a therapist. And um, I have been at that clinic since 2010,
Hmm.
started full time and have ventured out, and they've been super nice in letting me do that and venture out and lower my hours and all of that stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so my struggle is, well, there's multiple layers to
Okay.
it. So, we have done a lot of talking about like in our trauma-informed committee and all that stuff, we've done a lot of this idea of like self-care and paying attention to, burnout and vicarious trauma and all this good stuff. So that's the first avenue of it. Is I worry that, so like I said, I only do 10 hours at the other clinic. But I'm struggling with the self-care piece in that, one, I definitely feel on the edge of like burnout to that stuff, just because I've been doing it for so long, I think. But the other piece of it is, it's more than you're ever going to want to know, but so the clinic, because it's growing, there's going to be a satellite office.
Okay.
Right, and the satellite office is going to happen probably in the fall. Like, I think plans been approved, site's been, whatever. They just have to build it. My friend slash supervisor slash number one support at my current job is going to be in charge of the new clinic.
Wow.
AKA she's leaving.
Yes.
To go there.
Yes.
That is a big worry for me, because she is definitely my stability. She is my, my litmus test for my own burnout or my own like cynicism or, and we've worked together while she's been there the whole time I've been there. So there's a lot of water over that bridge. But in trying to decide, and then the third layer is my sense of loyalty and my struggle with, so financially we probably could pull off me just doing the 20 hours. I would rather have my student loans paid off before I do that, which is not quite happened. So, but it's getting closer. So I'm like, I'm just torn between, when I know this other clinic happens, do I just leave and say, all right, I'm going to try to do, just 20 hours? Do I ask, the clinic that has been already very flexible with me if I can go to this other clinic for my 10 hours? And that would be a pretty big ask. And then thirdly, I have some clients who I've worked with for a very long time who, because I didn't officially leave there, I didn't actually have to ever, terminate with them.
Yes.
And I like the reality of that, and it's not all of them, but there's a handful of them that the reality of terminating with them, where most of them I have worked with probably since I started there. I think most of them. That's going to be a hard one. Yeah. So that's my that is my current mindset, is trying to entertain these different ideas and see what makes the most sense.
Okay. And so I can be helpful to you today by,
I don't know, brainstorming or options. I'm not sure, because I don't know what I'm definitely in several instances putting the cart before the horse multiple times. Because obviously none of this is happening like tomorrow. But I like to be planful. To some extent. And I'm trying to figure out I would like to give fair warning and be able to do like appropriate, handoffs if I decide to leave in the fall. Altogether, if I decide to leave altogether, then it equals, saying goodbye to some clients and terminating and trying to do an appropriate therapeutic handoff. But if I decide to stay at the current clinic, but my support and stability goes to another clinic, then how do I manage that? I guess, like, how do I? I literally have never done. This sounds horribly codependent. It's not as codependent as it's coming across, but like, I have never done this job really without her in some role, either informal supervision, formal supervision, with colleagues, because at the end I was also a supervisor, so so it like part of me is like, oh god, questioning my confidence a little, or yeah. So I guess I don't really. I mostly just am like trying to talk it through, and I'm a verbal processor. So
Okay. So you're really trying to apply your problem-solving techniques to the situation. And what have you tried, as you've been trying to think this through? What have you tried that you felt like has worked for you?
what has worked, I think, when I think stuff through, is the fact that past changes or past transitions um, have worked out for me.
Okay.
So there's a level of
You've had success in the past.
yes, yeah.
No matter what you've chosen.
Yes, I mean, I guess it depends on how you define success and hindsight and all that. But but yeah, overall, I guess I've been very fortunate.
Or maybe if I could put it in a different way, you've made transitions in the past and you've adapted to them. And looking hindsight 2020, things have turned out where you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of that self-talk and remembering your past success has been helpful for you. Sounds like in this whirlwind of thought.
Yes.
Okay. So that's been helpful. What else has been helpful as we've been weighing all these options?
So the other thing I have to remind myself again, because I'm ahead of myself, but is that I have time. Like, so I have these moments of like, I have to figure this out right now, and then I remind myself, like, I really don't. It's March, and like, I have several months before I have to really make a decision.
Yeah.
The client that I'm getting stuck on the most, in terms of if I were to leave, is he's a young man with some developmental disabilities, but again, I've worked with him for a very long time, and for a lot of different reasons. It is his grandmother raising him, and she is not always in the best of health.
Okay.
So he doesn't necessarily benefit greatly from tons of therapy right now, but I have been the connection for a very long time, and if grandma goes, I will be that connection, and I have this like, I can't not work with him, which of course is horribly selfish, that I'm the only one that can fill that role, and I don't mean to intend that at all.
Very responsible.
Yes.
And obviously you've developed a connection with him, which is
Yes.
Yeah.
He would be a very hard one to, and honestly, he's who pops in my head most of the time.
If you're gonna leave, it's not you're leaving noise.
Right.
You're leaving this guy.
Often.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the weight would feel different if that particular variable wasn't in the picture. But then then I struggle with the that whole burnout thing, and but am I doing my best work if I stay for this one?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So it's really important for you to know that you're doing your best.
Yeah, I know. I certainly don't. I think one of the biggest mistakes people make in this field is they either don't acknowledge the weight of it or the need for the professionalism, and it gets, watered down, or they don't recognize their own, kind of burnout. And I definitely have seen, um, I'm always a fairly optimistic person, and I've always used, cynicism or pragmatism as a joking mechanism, as a coping.
Yeah.
But the reason I was thinking about my own burnout is that I feel like that comes first now, the cynicism and the pragmatism. And it still comes in a joking sense in a lot of regards, but that it never used to be my, first thought. It was always kind of like the second or third, and it was funny.
Right.
But, the first thought was usually a little more therapeutic in nature. And I worry that is changing order.
Yeah. So you have a lot of self-awareness in this situation.
I have lots. Which, thank God. Yes.
And you have really good support.
And I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And lots of other interests and whatever, but I definitely, and I have very strong boundaries. Very firm belief in separation of that stuff. But I find myself thinking about this one particular young man and thinking, wow, how could I keep contact with him that would still fall under the appropriate,
Right.
which of course there isn't, but I can't not.
Right.
I can't not go there.
You really care about this person. Yeah.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. And in the meantime, again, you're very self-aware. You seem to really have the professional skills, to draw on. Yeah.
For better or worse, sometimes, ignorance would be bliss. But I have the burden of knowledge, so yes, it definitely is a little trickier.
So let's pretend for a minute, okay? You're gonna go home tonight. You're gonna go to sleep. While you're sleeping, all the worries that you came in here with, while you're sleeping, miracle happens. They're gone. But you don't know that they're gone 'cause you're sleeping. So you wake up tomorrow morning, something's wrong. What do you notice?
Oh, that's tough. First, I guess I would notice that um, that I didn't feel like rushed in the morning, or that I wasn't worried about getting everything done, at home, and um, getting in the car. And I think that would be the first thing I would notice. Probably the second thing I would notice is the thoughts slowing down a little, maybe, or the word, uneasiness, maybe, would be a little more settled.
Cycle that you
Yes, that whole
okay.
I got to figure this all out right now.
Okay.
That all that I think would be quieted.
Yeah.
I would hang out with my dogs a little longer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess because I don't know. I don't know if I went to the other clinic I would still have some of those feelings. But I guess I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out, what the miracle was, so to speak. Is it,
Right.
you know what I mean? Am I
Mhm.
not doing that job at all, or am I
Sure.
moved?
Mhm.
I think I lean towards like that I'm not doing that job at all. Like
Okay.
that I wake up thinking I don't have to go there
Okay.
at all. Is my first thought on that.
Okay. All right. So, but again, your solution. You wake up in the morning. You notice your thoughts are calmer. You notice you have this extra time. You're not in a rush to do things. You have a little bit of extra time in the car. The dogs, I imagine, are feeling pretty happy
Yeah.
because mom could spend some extra time. Okay. And how are you feeling?
Or relax.
You're feeling relaxed.
Not that my life is overly stressful anyways, but in that moment, I would definitely
In that
feel a little
moment,
more
you're
relaxed.
relaxed.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
I don't travel at a really high stress rate anyways, normally,
But in that moment, you're
but I do travel with a quick thoughts often. So I
okay.
think that's where the relaxation would come in, is that it would be a little more,
It'll be
for
less.
lack of a better phrase, mindful of just
Oh,
the
okay.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to be in the moment, which
Mhm.
again translates to your dog.
Mhm.
For some reason.
They're very good at mindful.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you can be in there with the dogs,
Mhm.
throwing ball,
Mhm.
run around,
Yeah.
whatever they like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk in the
And
woods.
you can just be
Mhm.
with them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
when your miracle happens.
Yes.
What does Frank notice?
I'm not going to work. Yeah. um, uh, Probably the primary thing for him would be that, um, in our roles, like he
Uh-huh.
wouldn't have to do the morning chores, which is what he does right now.
Okay.
Whether or not he'd want to, I don't know, but he
Mhm.
wouldn't have to. And he wouldn't have to worry about making sure he got home on time on Mondays. Uh, but we probably both, but he particularly would notice the dollar change. Not that day, probably, but I in terms of like it's hard for me to answer because I home and work are so separate for me that I don't know that he would necessarily, notice all that much a difference in me, because I work very hard to not bring work home in general.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
um, yeah, he might notice me a little more relaxed, but again,
He might notice that you're relaxed.
that's my MO. So I don't know that it would really like jump out at him, but.
So kind of the word for this is relax. You are feeling more
Mhm.
relaxed, thoughts
Mhm.
are relaxed,
Mhm.
emotionally relaxed,
Mhm.
being able to be mindful, be in that moment. Yeah. Has there been any time, like over the recent week or so, that you've had that feeling, like miracle feeling?
Mhm. No. Do you mean in regards to just this issue, or like in regards to anything?
Just this issue.
Just this issue.
Yep.
Um, no. Well, because the other piece of it is that um, my the supervisor colleague was not here. She's traveling right now, so she was not at work. So no, if anything, I would say that the anxiety and the thoughts have probably been a little higher.
Do you really value this relationship?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's the clinic is so large and has grown so much that I don't really know, and especially now that I'm there so infrequently and I'm not doing supervision anymore. And so there's only a couple people that I say I actually even really know fairly well. And she's the only one that I would say is actually like a peer because we've done the same role for so long. And I'd like not to say that I think I wouldn't have contact with her, because I think I would. But professionally, she definitely plays a very large role in that category, in that particular job.
So, if I could ask you, like, on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is I'm going to be stuck in this quandary forever, 10 is I can make my decision in the next 5 minutes. I'm so happy with it. Where are you in terms of making this decision that you can be, feel relaxed about?
Right now, where am I? Really ambiguous. I'm gonna go with 5 because
5.
I'm yeah.
Okay. Well, what makes you at a 5 and not like a 3 or 4?
So less than 5, I figured it feels, I don't know, it feels more desperate to me, and I don't necessarily feel.
You don't feel desperate. Okay.
But 6 or 7 would be a little more resolved.
Okay.
I feel like, so that's why.
Yeah. What is like the next step that you can take to get you to a 6?
I think I have to know if going to the other clinic is even an option.
Okay.
I feel like that is my next step. I feel like I need to have probably a pretty honest conversation with my bosses and see if it's even feasible before I put it in the mix of of the decision. So yeah, that would be a good.
And so again, if we're gonna scale that, 1 is I'm too timid to even think about doing this. 10 is let's go chat to the bosses. Where are you at?
8. I've worked with my supervisor for a long time.
You are very
confident. Good. So I mean the harder part is going to be actually getting time-wise, schedule-wise. It's going to be having the conversation, but not necessarily the conversation. I don't know that I will like the answer per se, but I'm not afraid to ask the question, I guess.
Yeah. So as we wrap it up, but I want to say to you that sound like you've been wrestling with a lot of stuff, but I also hear that you've made hard decisions in the past. They worked out for you. You seem like a type of person who's confident that what you choose will work out for you. You're not afraid of hard work, experimentation, and learning. And also, you're really professional, care about people, care about how you're affecting others, but, introspective enough to know already what you have to do to take care of yourself. So, I wish you the best of luck building your solution.
Thank you.
And thank you for doing this.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Anytime, please interview.